What are your thoughts on the love triangle of Katy Perry, Justin Trudeau, and Diplo? And that threesome, is it the threesome that you wanted to enter your orbit in November of 2025?
No.
Yeah.
We only have 8 weeks left in the year. I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had more than enough that I can handle.
Yeah.
I didn't need this keeping me up at night as well. 3 of the biggest stunt queens on the planet.
Oh, no.
Missing.
Greg?
Missing.
I thought this was a duet.
Missing.
Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing storied career and do what you and I are most talented at, which is make it all about us.
Yeah. And this is a huge day on the pod because for the first time in almost 2 years, my podcast sister, has short hair.
Oh, I know.
I'm doing a podcast with a stranger. I'm dancing with a stranger right now.
Oh, yeah. Sam Smith, by the way, come on the podcast. Yeah, the Jennifer shows know I've been on a long hair journey. We did go a little short this time.
You can pull off, in a way that I can only pull off the one hairstyle, you can pull off any hairstyle. So it's like, you really can go, I actually famously told you I wanted you to shave it. I wanted you to be marine style. I wanted you to be boots.
Well, I wanted to be I wanted to meet halfway and then go even shorter if I had the option.
Because you want to have like tanner skin. Because that's the thing. If you have long hair and then you shave it, it's like the color differentiation will be jarring.
Oh, I didn't even think
You know what I mean? Because it's like the sun can't get in there, but it's shorter. It can get. Then it will just. You know what I'm talking about? Like the tan lines.
Well, the sun has no chance of getting in there now, especially at this time of year when it's dark.
For 20 hours. yeah.
A day.
The other thing, which, it's history is repeating itself, which is you talked about it on the pod last week, and I finally had the time to listen to it.
Oh.
Jade's album. No, I've also listened to Lily Allen's West End's Girl, which is a masterpiece.
Sure. Okay, good.
And that one, give it all the awards. But I actually give all the awards to Jade's album.
Yeah.
I cannot stop playing it. I'm actually mad at myself for being so obsessed with it last summer. And then I just forgot when the release date was. And I knew the singles were out there. I just didn't realize the whole album had dropped. It is actually not just kind of for a girl who's kind of on the periphery of main pop girl stardom.
Right.
It is too good.
I know, it's pop perfection.
Yeah.
It's like she's working with all the right people, and every song too has its own unique sound, and yet the whole thing sounds really of a piece.
I mean, there are some pop girls who major pop girls who have been wanting to make an album like this and have never achieved it, where I'm like, should be studied as far as the hooks, the beats, the eclecticness of the entire album while it's still being a unified piece of art.
Yeah.
It is so impressive. And the one song that I can't turn off is Break My Heart. What's the one that samples that other it's that big 70s song. Of course, I can't remember it now.
You're not going to get me to recall a name. I love Self-Saboteur.
Stop in the Name of Love. Literally injected into my veins. I love it.
I know. The whole thing is so good. It really speaks to her taste. I always feel this way about British artists. I think they have just a really good vocabulary, and they have a really good producerial ear. It's probably because they listen to records on that old tiny gramophone.
Right.
The huge sort of Grammy. Oh, that's why it's called the Grammy.
Yeah. Wow.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad you're finally on board. I fully was expecting like a Lily Allen review, but everyone is talking about that. We get that. And of course, we are here talking about Jade 6 months after release, probably.
September 12th. I was literally like, what was I doing on September 12th? And I was, I was in remembrance. Yeah. Still.
Never
forget.
Ever forget.
The summer, so sorry to the summer, but there wasn't really good music coming out. We were struggling. We didn't realize the desert we were in.
There has been, yes, you're right.
And then the fall happened, and it was just like, it's hard to keep track of all of the albums that came out just from September to October.
Well, I think, but this summer, there was no song of the summer, and we were like, wait, what's happening? Yeah. But all the girlies, they were doing album of the year.
You are so right.
They weren't thinking song of the summer. They were thinking album of the year.
Yeah.
And we have to respect the artistry.
You're right.
And we need to separate the art from the artist. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and also last week, I was not afforded the opportunity. The reason I wanted to say new music, I had all these things I wanted to talk about. I egregiously left out Rosalia and Berghain at the time of release. Their new album will be out.
Okay.
That's how you pronounce it. Yes.
I thought it was like Berghain. Okay.
Well, you're definitely never getting into Berghain, and that's for sure.
That's his famous sex club in Germany, right?
It's the famous club. It's just club. Like the world's most famous club.
It's like 7 floors, but I thought it has a lot to do with sex. Or am I making that up?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the ultimate fight club of clubs.
Okay.
It's like the true fight
and you
club.
might not get in, right? Like that's the whole thing.
The thing is the door is really strict, and it's like all based on vibes, and you're not totally sure.
If we got to the front and we did a gay name or a straight name to the bouncer, he'd let us in.
Love us.
Yeah.
Or he would be sending it to all his friends and not actually liking it.
Well, that's something we do need to talk. Like the amount of people who slide into our DMs, not to blow up people, always straight men, asking for us to do their name, and we've already done their name.
Right. They're like, do
it's literally Matt.
Yeah. It's like that's sort of like
the one that started it all.
That's the crown jewel.
Yeah.
No, I know.
And it's always such a weird vibe. It's always like, can you please let me know if my name is gay? And we're like, what? Like,
right. And then we're like, it is. We already said that. And then they're like, oh wait, so I'm gay.
Yeah.
And we're like, and then we have to like explain
because
to them.
Like, are you questioning? We want to support you if you're coming out.
Yeah, guys, if you're questioning, like look into it yourself and figure it out yourself. But we're glad to offer that up from the fact that you are probably gay based on your name. And that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this thing called millennial age dysphoria?
No.
So, well, I mean, I saw an Instagram video about this, which is the millennial platform, if there's a millennial platform. But some woman who had recently turned 40, she is a mother.
Okay.
She made the mistake of going online and asking people how old they thought she looked. And in true millennial fashion, I think she was looking for some compliments. Or like, hey, girl, you look so good. You look so young. And she was being told she looked in her 50s. Yeah. Sometimes 60s. And it was a rude awakening for her. And she went on and she's like, but oh my God, I feel so young. I feel so cool. I'm like in my early 20s. But I guess I'm not looking like that.
That's actually shocking news for me because I feel like millennials age better than Gen Z. I'm just even though we're already obviously older than them, but the Gen Zs look older, whatever they're doing to themselves.
I'm going to agree. It's the 20-step skincare routine.
Is that what it is?
It's the skincare routine. Yeah. All you need is Cetaphil.
Okay, I'm out here promoting Vanacream. You know what?
I've not heard of that.
Those are the top two.
And Vanacream is more than welcome to promote on our podcast.
I was just about to say, like, we talk about that just shot to the top. I would happily be the face of Vanacream. I already am the face of Vanacream. And right now I actually want to do a plea to you, Vanacream. You're stopping my moisturizer and get it together. Bring it back. Why is it so hard to just get the original? You can get it normally at any CVS, at any Walgreens, at any Target.
Oh.
And now all of a sudden, it's the same with my like shampoo and body wash. I'm like, why are you getting rid of staples?
Oh no, they're being pushed out by Big Lotion.
I can't deal with it. I've had enough in 2025.
We cannot take any more on.
No more Big Lotion.
But
yeah.
that's devastating. And maybe, I don't know if we should be playing for Vanity. We should be sponsoring us when they're getting rid of one of their biggest products.
Well,
but no, I agree.
I'll bring it back. Yeah.
I don't know. We know how, like, all we used was like one face wash.
Yeah.
One moisturizer. It's all these serums and lotions and potions that I think are making the Gen Z age like milk.
Yesterday, I was, not to brag, in line at the pharmacy at Walgreens. And there was a woman in front of me. We were both waiting, and like the person in front of her was kind of being a lot. So she like looked back at me, and we kind of shared like a tiny moment of like, look at this guy, you know? That's it. And then she went up, and as she was doing it, they asked for her birthday. I thought we were the same age. I was literally like, oh, like we are one of a kind. Then she literally said she was born in 2004. So I was like, you are literally 21.
Right.
And I literally thought we were the same age, borderline you were a year older than me.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. I'm not kidding you. Like a sound came out of my mouth.
I know.
They did come up during their formative years was like COVID. So
that's true.
That does, like I can't, but I would imagine you could bounce back from that, you know?
Agreed.
I don't know.
But the thing is, I completely understand this idea because I do feel, and we've kind of been talking about it as elder millennials ourselves, the queer elder millennials. I feel like, I feel not to the age that I am, but I do feel like I also know better. Maybe I'm old enough, like emotionally, internally, to know better than to ask strangers on the internet what they think of how I look.
I stopped that years ago. I don't, even close friends, I don't want you to tell me how old do I think I look. You know? I'm like, no. I'll tell you how old I think I am. Yeah,
and you will agree.
If you know what's good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not choosing chaos.
Well, my question for you is, what is your emotional age?
I would say like 95. I like it's wise beyond his years, but can't remember yesterday. Can't really form a sentence, but when really pushed, like when the ambulance is on its way and the pressure is on, I can deliver and I can tell you like what's in the will, how much you've meant to me. You know, I'll never forget you, the impact you've made on my life. You know, and then I won't remember it 2 minutes later.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
Internally, you're serving life alert.
Definitely like borderline, like, is his brain intact?
Right.
You know?
Well, see, that's so funny because I was thinking I was in my mid 80s.
That's why we do this.
That's why we do this.
So we can remember.
This is our memento.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm mid 80s, much like you. I feel like some of my faculties are sharp. But overall, I'm generally confused. I think at any given time, I need the TV turned both up and down somehow. And also, I think all of my loved ones would rather put me in a home than deal with me.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I've been talking to your husband.
Okay.
That's the conversation for off pod.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I think it's time.
I think this is a perfect segue to Dod Mom Sauce, aka Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with. And Tim, would you like to go first?
Happily.
Sure.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't know his name fully. I think it's Rob Jetton is the person is my Dod Mom Sauce, which is the gay, like prime minister. I think he just won. Have you seen this new Dutch gay prime minister?
I have not even heard of that.
He is so hot.
Oh, okay.
Liberal. I think he's like centrist liberal, but he's liberal.
The gays are moving a little.
I know, but he's so hot, which is what I care about.
Well,
and
then we
also,
forgive him.
I think in the Netherlands is so liberal, having studied there.
Yeah.
It's like, so I feel like even centrist liberal there is still like so more liberal than any other country. They were the first country in Europe, I believe, to legalize gay marriage.
Oh, yeah. And they banned prostitution.
Yeah,
and
everything. So it's like, for them, I do feel like... and him and his husband or boyfriend are doing these TikToks, literally like dressing up, looking like they're red, white, and royal blue. Stunning, so hot. I'm drooling here. I can't get enough.
It's just shocking that even prime ministers need to be on TikTok in order to get like nominated.
Well,
you just really have to be like all over.
Yeah. You literally like have to be out here doing like House Tour by Sabrina Carpenter. It's a sad state of the world. And it's even sadder that that's how I find out about it.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
this is the prime minister?
Wait, this is like the head of like a country's government?
I'm not kidding you. He's like truly wearing like the regalia of like what you would think. Like he looks like he's on the cover of Princess Diaries.
Yeah, him and his boyfriend are doing bitches ain't shit and they can't say nothing, like doing the circle.
Actually.
Yeah.
And then I'm literally like, okay, wait, I have to go move back to the Netherlands and sign up, because it is, everyone do yourself a favor. Look up, his first name is Rob. I believe it is Jetton the second, and he is so tasty. I'm sorry, I'm just objectifying this man, but I'm also excited to have a gay prime minister.
Totally. I wish we had it here.
And disclaimer, I have not done my research. So if there is something nasty about some of his politics or whatever, I'm only talking about his looks, okay?
Can't blame a girl for looking.
Exactly.
Honestly, you know what? At this point, we need hot politicians. Mm-hmm. Like, because the people doing it, they're so ugly inside, but they're so ugly outside. Like, I need something to look at. That's it. I just need something to look at this point, because if you're a politician, you're probably rotten.
Yeah. Speaking of, this just popped into my brain.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on the love triangle of Katy Perry, Justin Trudeau, and Diplo? And that threesome, is it the threesome that you wanted to enter your orbit in November of 2025?
No.
Yeah.
We only have 8 weeks left in the year. I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had more than enough that I can handle.
Yeah.
I didn't need this keeping me up at night as well. 3 of the biggest stunt queens on the planet.
Although Diplo's house, have you ever seen his AD tour?
Oh, Diplo has nothing but money.
It's insane.
But he's like also DJing every event.
He is so eyes wide shut. Like, so whatever goes on at that compound, like, you know that the 3 of them, I don't know, but like shit went down.
See, he's so like ayahuasca's eyed open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I don't understand about him is like, there is something, he is a perfect example to me of someone who I shouldn't say regrettably, but I find hot and I shouldn't find hot, because he just feels like truly toxic.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. But mainly it's because, in all love to Diplo, I've never met you, you do seem like you have cigarette breath. That's the thing. Like, there's certain people who, like, just from through the screen, I'm like, you have cigarette breath.
Which is both like the worst thing about him and the hottest thing about him.
Not
strangely.
for me. That would turn you on.
I don't know. There's something crusty about him that really grosses me out, but also really turns me on at the same time.
Yeah.
I like Diplo for the most part. And I think of that trio.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, he's probably the first one I would phone.
Yeah.
He's the first one I would text you up.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Katie and Justin, they can go like
somewhere
can go nest.
Yeah.
Somewhere else. Well, Diplo, straight guy, top or bottom.
Oh. Whoa. That's breaking my brain.
I know.
I kind of think power bottom.
I kind of think so too.
Like, he is for sure. He's taking charge, but from beneath you. From beneath you, it devours.
Yeah, he's serving black hole bottom. Black hole sun, for sure, is Diplo.
Yeah.
Even, I think, now he's transitioned to that even when he's with women.
Yeah.
I feel like he's getting pegged.
Yeah.
And he's
but
like,
he
sure,
still
whatever.
has, like, the women don't even you go into I would imagine you go into like a trance.
Yeah.
And then you come out and you're like, what did I just do? I just pegged. That's what I was talking about. You're like, I
so-
just pegged Diplo.
Right. He's so under the skin.
Yeah.
He's very, like, suddenly you're in the black room.
I've never seen it. I know.
Okay.
I was going to try to go with you, but I didn't. Yeah.
Well, let's move on.
Yes. Okay. So anyways, Greg, what is your Dad Mom sauce?
Well, my Dad Mom sauce is a repeat, and it's going to come about every time there's a new season.
Ooh.
But the new season of Selling Sunset.
Oh, okay.
It is the annual one time a year I turn on Netflix.
Yeah.
To watch a single show, and it's Selling Sunset. I think we're in season 9.
Yeah.
I'm only halfway done. I'm really slowly going through it right now, but I always just need to bring attention to my girls at the O group. So Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
So we've come up on the girls. One of the women, they're upset at one of them, the villain from last season, because she was spreading rumors that Empanada Emma has been, doing inappropriate things with a married man. We quickly learn that she was actually told that on camera the prior season, but the editors just didn't put it in the show. So they just showed her talking about it, but she was like completely backed into a corner, like given information that she didn't want on camera. Ultimately, they let her go very early on, fire her from fully her job.
Nasty.
They just hate this woman.
Yeah.
And by the way, she is the most rotted soul I've ever experienced.
And why is she empanada?
No, so this Empanada, so
okay.
now Empanada Emma, she was saying, I don't know this other woman's name. She's been the villain for 2 seasons. I have not committed her name to memory. But Empanada Emma is now in a relationship.
And do you just call her that personally, or she goes by Empanada Emma?
No, Empanada Emma on Selling Sunset, she came in, she was like, I'm the richest person in the world. I have a private jet and blah, blah, blah. And I have an empanada business. So she has like a frozen empanada business that
And that's how she's a billionaire?
we've like never seen anything about it again, but we call her Empanada Emma.
Got it.
So she is dating.
We meaning like the collective, or
we
your
meaning
person?
Everyone.
Okay.
Like everyone.
But I didn't know if it was like in your house. Like in our house, we call her, or it's meaning like we all collectively decided to call her that.
We like on a global sense call her that. She would never call herself that, but her brand is, I think, Emma's Empanadas.
Okay, got it.
She is now dating, I want to say, a man who's 20, who was born into insane, like, generational wealth.
Love that.
And the man can't put 2 words together. And Chriselle does not like that.
Yeah.
She does not like that at all. And she's being really mean about it, too.
Really?
Yeah. But maybe it's because Chriselle elsewhere is busy trying to sell Jojo Siwa's house in Tarzana.
Not on the show.
Well, on the show, but the house is based in Tarzana. So this was the house that Jojo Siwa bought back when she was 16 years old. It's completely bedazzled. Chriselle obviously hates it.
Yeah.
She thinks it's one of the ugliest things that's ever existed. And Jojo Siwa is playing hardball about the price. But meanwhile, Chriselle is also showing Jojo Siwa other homes in the $4 million+ range, which makes me feel a certain kind of way.
I would say this is like a really harsh energy coming at you right now.
Sure.
But I would say that if there was a celebrity soul sister for you, it would be Jojo Siwa. I feel like I'm giving off June Squibb. And I feel like I'm doing a podcast with Jojo Siwa. And I'm going to say, I don't really know that much about Jojo Siwa, but it does just feel like kind of energetically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Me driving around in a car with my own face on it. Yeah, my head with a bow.
Yeah. Okay.
With that. It's time for a break.
We're back.
And it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
I have been waiting to do her for so long. I'm honestly like weirdly, I like got off on like holding her back because she's like so special and now we're doing it. So there's like a sadness, but we'll do her multiple times.
I definitely think she's a multiple timer.
She's kind of like, people get annoyed with this sentiment, but I do really feel it, which is she is the last great big movie star.
You took the words right out of my mouth. And let's get into it. Our Miss Thing this week is Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean, supernova.
Coming from nowhere, and just not even coming from nowhere and like being in one or two good things.
Yeah.
Coming from nowhere and being it.
And speaking of, you were kind of referencing this last week. I think that she is peak millennial celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, for our generation, there is no one that better represents a millennial. I think in the sense of like so incredibly talented, just like our generation. So real, can't help but be real, like can do high and low, is so versatile.
Yep.
And not putting on airs. Like it was so, we all remember like 2012 when she burst onto the scene, was everywhere. And like the reason why we all fell in love with her was because it was like so clear that what you see is what you get. And like time and time again, in all the press junkets and all the interviews, like she was just the most endearing person you've ever seen because of how real she was.
Yeah, I mean, also last bit like millennial oversharing to the point of annoying.
Yeah,
and also willing to admit that now.
And I think that like, but it's also, I saw her do an interview this week actually, where it was like so real and human, where it was kind of like, you know, the classic thing, whereas you get built up. Like they were like, what people loved about her was that she was an oversharer. So she was like, okay, then that's what I'll give you. Right. And then it's like you take and take and take until you no longer, there's nothing to give. And like, so then I'm used up. And I also it wasn't being authentic. In a way, I'm like, she was 22 when she won that Oscar. Insane. Of course, any 22-year-old is going to overshare.
I can't even imagine how poised she really was.
Yeah.
You know, but I think she was really smart for getting out before it was too late.
Yeah.
And doing it like being like, I got all these incredible roles.
Yeah.
Was somehow like just the topic of every conversation, and Katniss.
Yeah.
Katniss in the Hunger Games, which could have completely eaten someone alive. And she managed to like keep her distance well enough that like protected her for a while. And then she's like, actually, you know what? I think I need to go away for a while because everyone's going to hate my guts. Yeah. She probably was like, I hate my own guts. Yeah. And I need to like get out before the thing like topples. Yeah. And God, now I think like she's going to come back. I think she can just be as A-list and indie as she wants. Like she gets, I feel like Julia Roberts like took a while to get to where like Jennifer Lawrence is in her career right now. And I'm so excited to see Die My Love, her new movie.
She's that's getting why we're doing her.
Rave reviews.
I know. And I feel like, especially among the like Oscar gays, which I consider myself a part of that like niche group. It's like people always reference when we've talked about Gina Rollins in Under the Influence as like one of the best female performances of all time. And then now that's what they're comparing Jennifer in Die My Love. So I cannot wait to see it. From the clips, it's like already you can and like give her the Oscar. Yeah. I just think that the thing that I love about her so much is that like she's like a live spark. It's like everything in her face feels genuinely like she's thinking of it for the first time that moment on screen. Like it doesn't feel premeditative. It feels like you're watching honestly like a Real Housewife. Like it feels like, I don't watch the Real Housewives, but it feels like
she does.
And it does feel like, I know she pulls from it, but it's like this thing where it's like every choice feels so like inspired in a way that like almost feels like you're watching a documentary, but it's actually an actress.
Well, yeah, I will say Jennifer Lawrence has this incredible thing about her where she feels like a woman, you know. Yeah. Like a woman that like you grew up with. Yeah. Or like someone's mom or like this friend, a friend of a friend, like your cousin.
Yeah.
Like she has this very like all American vibe to her. She's like a cipher or something. Like you project whatever you know onto her. Like I'm a little not quite there with the comparison, but she just feels so like American.
Yes, I know what you mean. I think that's what we mean by movie star too, where it's just like and I think that's what like the definition of a movie star is. It's like you either want to be them or be their best friend or like sleep with them or just be in their general presence. And I think that is what a movie star is. It's just like there is that je ne sais quoi, that thing that you can't put your finger on, but you just are like truly mouth open, staring agape.
Totally. And I think we definitely have some more Oscar wins in us with her.
Okay, so let's get into the credits.
I agree.
Okay, I mean, there are so many, but I mean, Hunger Games Catching Fire, I'm going to go right. That is a perfect movie, in my opinion.
I completely agree. I'm so glad you said that. I think, first of all, I think Hunger Games is the greatest young adult piece of writing.
Yeah.
And I think it's the best young adult series, period. Catching Fire, The Empire Strikes Back found quaking. Catching Fire is like the sequel.
That last, okay, I just found this out and it blows my mind. But the day after Jennifer Lawrence won the Oscar, she flew to Hawaii or wherever she was to film that last shot of Catching Fire where she is being taken from the helicopter, like after she got blown up, and it's just like on her eyes or whatever. And then it cuts, and then the last scene where it's like she finds out that like everyone, like everything is blown up and it's just her eyes. That last shot is so good. And it's like, you won the Oscar again for that performance. And it was the day after you won the Oscar. So good.
She's incredible. I mean, for her to play Katniss.
Perfect casting. And then obviously we can talk about like her big splash, Winter's Bone.
Right.
Winter's Bone, her cutting up that squirrel. Perfect. It's one of those things where I'm like, that I feel like is and her red dress at the Oscars that year.
Totally.
Bombshell.
Totally. And the movie that she won the Oscar for, Silver Linings Playbook, which in my opinion is a perfect movie to fall asleep on a plane on.
Listen, I feel like I know a lot of people say that movie doesn't hold up, but I loved it. But it is something where, I mean, I haven't seen it since it came out or whatever, but I remember just being like, what a charming movie.
Yeah.
And then American Hustle.
Oh, sure.
The scene, I think about this scene too much, and I should talk to my therapist about it. Okay. But I always think about when she is crying with I think it's like Jack Huston, and it goes on viral every so often. Where
These
it's
are
like,
Victorian killers, Victorian child killer sentences.
Where she's crying and she looks at him and she just says, "I don't like change." And you will see this clip all the time.
I've not seen it once.
The performance that she gives when she says, "I don't like change," and starts crying is literally put it in the Louvre.
Well,
and then I'll go in the Louvre and steal it.
Well, if that isn't the truest line I've ever heard.
Yeah.
No, she's absolutely remarkable.
Yeah. And then we've got Red Sparrow, we've got Mother, we've got
No Hard Feelings.
No Hard Feelings, great comedy. I just think that she can literally do it all. And I'm obsessed with her. I literally could talk about her forever, but
it's time.
It's time
for us to talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
So I would actually like to make Jennifer Lawrence about me first.
Please.
So Jennifer Lawrence, my absolute favorite performance of hers is, you're going to think this is crazy, Mother.
I don't think it's crazy.
Justice for Mother. I actually think that's the most underrated film in her repertoire.
Yeah.
I think it's what I actually kind of take issue with, the fact that she was kind of like, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, it's funny that she was like, I was fucking the director. That is funny. But like, I actually want her to give herself more credit.
Oh, totally.
She's excellent in that movie.
Yeah.
And that movie is super like... divisive.
Yeah.
You either love it or you hate it. And I think like we need to be making more movies like that.
I think that's also like, I agree with you where it's like, I actually just think that was the case too when she made that comment of like, there was so much hate that came after that movie as well, that she was also just like, I'm sick of talking about that. Like, it's either you are going to love it or you are going to hate it. And I'm just going to like say this comment so that I get asked about it less. You know, It's like, you guys, I made it, that's done, and now let's move forward. Yeah.
It's a really weird movie.
It is so thought-provoking, and exactly, it's like very divisive. I honestly kind of feel, we haven't seen it, but I feel like Die My Love is going to be very that as well.
But in a more, I think, palatable package.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
from what I've heard, people are reacting to it in like a very kind of like, oh, it's poetry, it's hard to understand. I'm excited to see. Keep that on. Very, very Jennifer.
That's me being Jennifer Lawrence. We're keeping it in.
Yeah.
No, I completely but I like that she's doing stuff like that, because I want to see more of that from her, because it shows just how like versatile she really is. And I think like to have a big actress like that choose like an artsy movie, I think is exciting, because that gets that stuff made. But yeah, I mean, you probably are thinking I'm picking Mother because I constantly have house guests. And Mother, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's kind of like an allegorical take on like Mother Nature, and the husband, I guess, is God, like the father,
and she is Mother Nature. And it's kind of about, in this weird way, it takes place in this house, but it's kind of about how like the Mother Nature represents Earth,
and like it's kind of being abused, and it's getting like overrun, and all the. It's a really interesting movie. Give it a watch. But that reminds me of a time that I was a Nightmare House guest myself at my own mother's house. So a few holidays back,
not hard for me to imagine.
Okay. Well, a few holidays back, everyone was home. We were all like celebrating, and my mother, I think maybe it had been a gift that someone had given her, despite the fact that she does not drink wine or drink at all. Someone had given her an electronic.
Your mother doesn't drink? I love that.
She doesn't drink.
Okay.
She gave it all to me.
Yeah.
No, she's. I think she stopped when she was young.
Oh, wow.
She'll occasionally have like a pina colada, or like there was a period of time where she would have like,
I'm so your mher.
I'm
literally so your mother.
I know.
Okay.
It's
occasionally I'll have a pina colada. Okay.
Get crazy with that. But someone had gifted her an electronic wine opener. Which is like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this. They're apparently supposed to make it so much easier, and I cannot figure out how to use that.
They're actually impossible to use.
I'm like, can someone please just give me like the regular thing?
You literally need to have a PhD to use it.
Well, it also takes you so many like years and tries to learn how to use a real one.
If you're on a date and you try to use that, biggest boner killer.
Oh my God. Yeah. The noise alone.
And not only like just like watching it go down and do it. And then of course it's going to come up without the cork. And then when you also look over at your date, they're gone. And you can't even drink out of the wine bottle because the cork is still in there.
Yeah, cork like bobbing in the wine. No, these things are nonsensical. I don't know who made them. But they should be in jail. But so everyone was like, "Oh, it's so easy." They were sort of like teaching me over and over like how to use it. I was like, "Well, if anyone like wants to give me the real thing, like I know there's real wine corks around here. Like let me just have one of those." But anyways, so we're enjoying, my siblings and I were having we're enjoying ourselves, drinking wine, eating a lot, and it gets to be dinner time. And I'm like, you know what? I think I've like learned how to use the wine opener. So let me like go, let me go crack a bottle of red, you know, for the family.
Yeah.
And my mother had just redone her kitchen. And,
no.
you know, so it's sort of like the maiden voyage,
Yeah.
like for the holidays as well. Fresh paint everywhere, fresh paint on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I go over, everyone's sitting at the table, not like 10 feet from me. And I'm like, I'm opening the red. I'm kind of, people are kind of like talking me through because I'm like, it's not looking like but I think I've got it. You know, it's clamped down, biggest contraption. It like takes up the entire counter. Clamp down on the red, and
you're sweating.
Well, I click the button or whatever it does to like do it. Cork comes shooting off.
No.
Slams into the ceiling, hole in the ceiling. Wine somehow flies from where I am, ground level, up, splatters on her entire ceiling. Red wine. Dripping.
Did your mom have a heart attack, pass away?
My mom, to her credit, first time I've ever not seen her like freak out. She was just like, I think she was just happy we were all home.
Yeah.
She did not freak out at me. Everyone else was like kind of making me feel really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, you know I'm a white wine person.
Yeah.
That's like that's my thing. So I'm pissed that I just opened the red for all of you.
Exactly.
And you're making me use the machine. And someone was like, oh, I should have just given you the regular one.
Oh, what my God. Yeah, I would be livid. And it's also like, there's certain technology that doesn't need to be advanced or optimized.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, no, it's like we don't need technology for everything.
Our muscles are going to rot away. It's like we need to be able to still do certain things. Like, and not everything needs to be advanced. We can still actually rotate our wrists, use our fingers. I think we're good.
Exactly. AI is coming for all of our jobs anyway. Let's just have this one thing.
Yeah.
We can all be sommeliers. We can all open bottles of wine. Like, we need to learn the tactical, practical skills.
If you're going to drink wine, I think you also have to have the physical capabilities of opening the bottle of wine.
Right.
You know?
Because if you can't get it open, probably it's time to stop.
And by the way, and if you can't use the cork, get the screw top. You know what I mean? There's no shame in a screw top.
I completely agree. But no, long story short.
Yeah.
No, technology does not need to advance that far. Well, Tim, enough about me. How do you make Jennifer Lawrence all about you?
Well, we're on the same page because I also think of Mother, and I also think of Mother Nature.
Oh, okay.
Because I agree with you. This movie is underrated, and it's truly one of those things where it stays with you. And there are very few movies these days that actually stay with you.
I agree. Do something. Make me feel anything.
Yeah, it's like either make me love you or make me hate you. But let me talk about you.
Exactly.
You know? And so that makes me think of famously This Apartment. And a few years ago, I have talked about a few years ago, there was some rains. Mother Nature was coming for all of us, but specifically this apartment. And to back up, like, it was like before all the rains in that January of that year, like there was some rainfall that was like lighter, but it was like more rain than I had ever gotten. And I would start to notice when I was sitting in this right here, very living room, that I would look and I would see the walls, what it looked like were crying. Mother Nature was crying, where I would see from the ceiling just like a single drop fall down one of the walls. And I'd be like, that's so interesting. But that would be it. And then I was like, what is that? I don't understand.
And it is important to point out that you are not on the top floor even.
I am not on the top floor. And that's actually very important for this story.
Oh, good.
So that's happening. And like, we're like letting them know. But then they're like, well, is anything else happening? And we're like, no, nothing else is happening. Like, we'll keep an eye on it. Then as the month is going on and more rain, we're starting to get more and more tears. We're letting them know, of course, actually no love for my management. My management people, I'm coming for you.
Right.
But
your walls were being so Cindy, the TV's leaking.
Very that.
Yeah.
And then so one famous night, it all comes down, quite literally, which is I'm in the living room and literally all of the walls at once start just sobbing. truly sobbing.
Yeah.
Then the ceiling starts to just from the ceiling, literally. And again, I'm on the second floor. There is a floor above me.
Yeah.
Everything starts to just like cave in on itself. I am not kidding you. It is the 1800s. I'm running to fill any bucket, pot, pan that I have, put it on the ground to try to collect the water. The paint is falling off the ceiling.
But meanwhile, the sky is falling.
The sky is falling.
Yeah.
Everything is going to shit. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? I'm so mad that my management has not been responding to any of my emails or calls.
Right.
But meanwhile, I'm like, I don't even have time. I have to literally just fill these buckets. It also happens at midnight too. So it's very like...
So it's like you're just waking up for the day.
Exactly. And so you're like, there's nothing to do too. And there is an emergency line, which of course you call and you can't get through, which is great.
Right. And you're like, I haven't done my morning pages yet.
And so I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. Like, this is like, I'm like, do I call 911? Like, what? How do you... Like, I'm like, this is just going to ruin everything. I'm moving everything out of the living room, trying to, like, stop it.
Yeah.
And then the thought occurs to me that I'm like, wait, again, I am not on the top floor. And so then I'm thinking, oh, no, like, the people above me probably have it even worse.
Right.
And so I'm trying to get it, like, under control, but then I'm also, like... my thoughts are going to like, I hope they're okay. And also because I'm a morbid fucker, I'm literally like, wait, what if like something real, I know it's like raining, but I'm like, what if like they left a sink on, they left the bath oven, they passed out. Like I was going really dark of like, they fell asleep in the shower. And that's also because I was like, the amount of water that was coming didn't feel like it was matching. Even though it was raining, it was like geyser where I was like, maybe they left a pipe above on or something and they passed out.
Well, understandably, you feel like you're almost you go to worst case scenario when your ceiling is quite literally like
a water
melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like looking like a bubble that's about to burst.
And it had already burst. And so then once I had gotten enough pots and pans, I literally then go to get a garbage can basically. I run upstairs, knock on the person's door, knocking. I can see the lights are on. I can through the windows too. I can see that they're home. I can see that their car is there. They're not answering. I'm like literally banging, won't answer. Finally, he opens the door and I'm like breathless. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, how is everything? Like, do you need any help? He is, which I think I've referenced this on the pod before. He is shirtless.
Yeah.
The most serene man I've ever seen, truly in the middle of a candlelight meditation. Just very like almost out of it from how relaxed he is, from being jolted by me banging on the door.
Right. He's enjoying this rainy night in Los Angeles.
And I was just like, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm like completely fine. Like, and I was like, you're not getting any water? And he was like, no, I'm actually just in the middle of this candle meditation.
You're like, I thought you were like going to be on the floor that's about to like burst.
Like I was going to have to burst into your thing. And then I was like, oh, well, us. And I had already also talked to the neighbors downstairs because they were also running to get buckets. And we're like, there's a lot, like nothing's happening for you. And he was like, no, I'm completely fine. And I was like, oh, okay, well, like it's like going to shit for us,
right?
And I will never forget it. He looked at me. He's like, oh, that's too bad. And then he was just like, well, I have to get back. I'm in the middle of this meditation. So he then very slowly closed the door.
LA priorities.
It was a treacherous night. I made it through. It took 4 months of construction to get this place back together. It was very Mother in the sense of the amount of unwanted house guests, in that I woke up for 4 months with so many construction workers, which I know I've talked about on the pod before. You would think it would be a fantasy. It's not a fantasy when they're there at 7 a.m, like hammering and doing so many things in your apartment.
It's hell. You realize that you want nothing to do with humanity when you're in those situations.
And then I saw my upstairs neighbor like the next day as I was going to my car, and he was just very like casually was like, how did it all turn out for you? That I was like, not that great, but we're getting by. And I was like, how was the meditation?
Did you sleep okay?
Yeah. And he was like, it's great, I feel really relaxed. And I was like, I bet you do. Have a good one. So, anyways, don't piss off Mother Nature.
Well, it's also, I mean, the good thing is, though, now, as you can see, too, the people who are watching this on YouTube, you can see what an incredible job they did reviving, bringing this, and they upgraded it so much.
The only positive was I didn't have to pay rent for 4 months, which was pretty great.
Your apartment was so, the part in Mother when someone's sitting on the sink.
Oh, right. Yeah. And it's very, I don't remember, but it's like my roommate or my upstairs neighbor is very like Kristen Wiig. Remember Kristen Wiig? It's like, what? I don't understand.
Like she was randomly in that.
Love Kristen Wiig, but I don't understand why she accepted that part. I think it was just like Darren Aronofsky.
Cool. Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
And we're going to be cool
and take a break.
Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could use a little bit of our unsolicited advice. And
this week it's kind of a theme.
Yeah.
It has to do with our Miss thing.
Sure. Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Our Diva Down this week is
the Biffas.
The Biffas.
Whatever. We don't. Part of the reason why they're the Diva Down is because we don't know how to pronounce them. But it's the British Independent Film Awards.
Personally, I thought it was BIFA, which
I actually thought it was. I feel like I want, as the American in me, it wants to say BIFA, but I hate that acronym.
Right. Well, that sounds to me sort of like a mosquito-borne illness that you could catch in the Amazon.
Yeah.
Like if you get like if a woman's pregnant and gets stung by the mosquito, it's like, and they get BIFA, it's like that turns your child gay.
That's how I became gay.
Your mother was patient zero BIFA.
And the reason why the BIFAs, however you want to say, are down is because they just announced their awards, and they are one of the associations that are doing genderless nominations where it's like there is no male and female. It's just lead performance and supporting performance.
Yeah.
And then of those performances, they have decided to only nominate one female in both the lead performances and the supporting performances. And that one female is Jennifer Lawrence, which they did one thing right.
Yeah.
And that they nominated Jennifer, which as they should.
I completely agree. Having not seen the performance yet, I'm sure she's more than deserving of that. It feels to me like they needed someone A-list on that list.
Yeah.
Because I'm sort of looking at the BIFA nominees and I'm like, who?
Yeah, there was like Cillian Murphy, but otherwise it's all like British people.
For movies I've sort of never seen before. British people and Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like such a let's make sure we get someone good at the ceremony.
Well, no, but then why didn't they? There are so many good female performances that they could have nominated.
So many.
Emma Stone in Begonia, like so many incredible performances that it feels purposeful. And the reason why they are Diva Down, in my opinion, is because it's like, really BIFAs. Right. You can't nominate more than one female in however many slots there were. Like, you can. And some of those performances, I haven't seen those male performances, but I think it should actually be the opposite. You should just nominate Cillian Murphy for whatever performance he was in, and then the rest should all be women in lead and supporting. That's my advice. I cut right to it.
No, I agree. My advice is for Jennifer.
Oh, please.
My advice, string them along. At this point, it feels like guaranteed she's going to win because of all the controversy around it. Ride that wave of controversy and then Dame Judi Dench their asses and don't go to their ceremony.
Send in a video. Send in a video.
Dame Judi Dench doesn't even send in a video. Right. She just doesn't show up to the Academy Awards. And she's like, she wins. She's like, okay, great. Ship that to me. I think Jennifer Lawrence should do the same.
Wow. That's actually, that's the perfect revenge right there.
She's too A-list for the BIFAs.
Yeah, you don't want to I don't know that just if you have to even pronounce that, it's just not a good look.
Yeah, you give the beefas an inch, they'll take a mile.
The other thing that I was going to say about Jennifer Lawrence, not to go back, but is the reason why she did Die My Love is because Martin Scorsese called her and said, I think that this role would be perfect for you. You're the only person who can do this part. He's producing it. And that says everything. That Martin Scorsese is calling you to saying that this part is for you is literally like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to work for the rest of your life. Just that phone call alone. And now she's about to actually work with him and Leonardo DiCaprio like in 2 months for their next film.
Oh, thank God. I was going to say, when's she going to be in one of his movies? I didn't know about that. Yeah. Imagine. I mean, Martin Scorsese calling us and being like,
you have to be in this. Yeah.
You guys,
Martin Scorsese, come on the pod with your daughter or granddaughter, Francesca.
Oh, right. Again, more people. Martin Scorsese's on TikTok because of his granddaughter.
I know.
There's no escape. Martin, we know that you need us as badly as we need you. So come on the pod.
We'd love to talk about your career. I have not seen any of your movies.
Killers of the Flower Moon, is one of my favorite movies.
I've seen that. That movie, that movie is long.
Okay. Well, with that, this episode's starting to run long. So
long in the tooth. Yeah.
So do the usual. Follow us at all the spots and call in.
Yes.
Call into our hotline with your Diva Downs because we've got advice to give you.
Yes, and hit subscribe on YouTube. And Cynthia, I just heard a little snippet of the new song. I cannot wait.
I have not heard that yet.
And by the time we film the next episode, a special will be out and we'll be losing our damn shit over it.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week.
All right. Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zientek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zeins.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zientek on all social media.
Bonk.